सो स्टूडेंट्स, वी आर डीलिंग विद केमिकल इक्विलिब्रियम। अब तक हमने सीखा है लॉ ऑफ मास एक्शन, हम कैसे किसी भी रिवर्सिबल रिएक्शन का इक्विलिब्रियम कांस्टेंट लिख सकते हैं। हमने क्या कहा था लास्ट लेक्चर में, जो हमारा के इक्विलिब्रियम होता है, इक्विलिब्रियम कांस्टेंट, वी कैन राइट इट इन टू वेज। वी कैन राइट इट एज के सी, हम के सी या लिख सकते हैं, और हम के पी भी लिख सकते हैं। के पी हम जनरली किन रिएक्शंस के लिखते हैं, जो गैसेस रिएक्शंस होती हैं, और केसी हम सिर्फ और सिर्फ आयोनिक रिएक्शंस के लिए लिख सकते हैं, where their active mass of solid and liquid is taken to be unity and we have ionic reaction. For example, we have ionic reaction. This is ammonium hydroxide. This ammonium hydroxide does status to give ammonium ions and it gives hydroxyl ions. This is an ionic reaction. For this reaction, if we have to write Kc, how can we write Kc? Equilibrium constant Kc will be equal to concentration of products, that is concentration of ammonium ion, into concentration of another product, that's concentration of hydroxyl ion, means concentration of product of concentration of products divided by concentration of reactants. This will be Kc for this reaction. This will be Kc for this reaction. We cannot write Kp for this reaction because Kp is written for those reactions which involve a gaseous species. Now, if we have a gaseous reaction, for example, twice Hi, it dissociates, it decomposes to give H2 plus I2. All of these species are gases. Then we can write this equation in the form of equilibrium constant of this reaction can be written as Kp. Kp will be equal to concentration of products, that's not concentration, because these are gaseous species, they can be written in terms of partial pressures, that is partial pressure of H2 into partial pressure of I2 divided by partial pressure of reactants, partial pressure of Hi raised to power, it is stoichiometry, partial pressure of Hi raised to power 2. Now see, I have written equilibrium constant for this reaction in terms of Kp and equilibrium constant for this reaction in terms of Kc. Now see, we know from gases, from states of matter, that Pv is equal to nRT. From here we can determine P is equal to nRT by V. Now what is this N by V? N by V RT. This N by V is concentration. Therefore we can write P is equal to, CRT. This is concentration. We can write P is equal to CRT. I can substitute over here concentration of hydrogen into RT, concentration of this into RT, concentration of this into RT. Means I can write equilibrium constant of gaseous reaction both in terms of pressure and in terms of concentration, because pressure and concentration are related. I can write it like Kp is equal to concentration of hydrogen, that's hydrogen, active mass of hydrogen, concentration of hydrogen into RT into concentration of iodine into RT. Where from I get this RT? Because P is equal to CRT. C is the concentration. Concentration is represented in square brackets, that's active mass, divided by concentration of Hi whole square into RT. Means I can write equilibrium constant for gaseous reaction both in terms of Kp and in terms of Kc. This Kp and Kc are related by the general formula. We can substitute over here, we can get the formula, but do remember directly formula because questions are directly asked from formula. Now what I have told you, मैंने क्या कहा है अब तक आपको, मैंने कहा है अगर हमारे पास गैसेस रिएक्शन है तो उसका हम रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं Kp से भी, Kc से भी, Kp से भी, Kc से भी. अगर Kp से रिप्रेजेंट करेंगे तो हम डील करेंगे पार्शियल प्रेशर से. अगर इसी पार्शियल प्रेशर को हम CRT से इक्वल करेंगे फ्रॉम Pv इज इक्वल टू nRT, तो हम इसको Kc से रिप्रेजेंट करेंगे. ना इसे कैसे करेंगे, इसी इक्वेशन को आगे बढ़ाएंगे, we can write this Kc, it will be equal to concentration of hydrogen into concentration of iodine divided by concentration of Hi whole square into RT divided by RT, that's RT I have taken it common, divided by RT, that's RT raised to power concentration of products and reactants. Means this is our Kc, that is Kc RT. These two are related. Kp and Kc are related. There is a relation between Kp and Kc. There are actually 3-4 types of relations which we are going to discuss. Now, our first relation is relation between Kp and Kc. Kp is equal to Kc into RT raised to power delta N, delta Ng. What is delta Ng? Where delta Ng is equal to number of moles of gaseous products Np minus Nr, but these should be gaseous products and gaseous reactants. Number of moles of gaseous products and gaseous reactants. This is the most important equation from chemical equilibrium from which questions are asked. Now see, let us take 2-3 questions and we will solve these questions. What is the relation between Kp and Kc? For which reaction Kp will be equal to Kc, and for which reaction Kp will be greater than Kc, and for which reaction Kp will be less than Kc. Now let us take a reaction. Twice HI gives H2 gas plus I2 gas. Now see, first we have to determine delta Ng. Delta Ng is equal to number of moles of gaseous products, that is the stoichiometric. This is 1, this is 1, that is 2, minus number of moles of gaseous products, that's Np minus Nr. What is Np over here? 1 and 1, that is 2. What is Nr over here? That is 2. And this is equal to 0. Now for this reaction, our Kp will be equal to Kc into RT raised to power delta Ng. Delta Ng is 0. Anything raised to power 0 is equal to 1. Kp will be equal to Kc into 1. That is, for this reaction, our Kp will be equal to Kc. This is case number first, when our Kp can be equal to Kc. Now let us take one more reaction. For this reaction, calcium carbonate decomposes to give calcium oxide plus carbon dioxide. Now this is solid, and this is gas. Now what I have said already in the previous lecture to you people, that active mass of pure solid and pure liquid is taken to be 0. Therefore, if I write Kc for this reaction, Kc for this reaction will be concentration of product, that is carbon dioxide, into concentration of calcium oxide divided by concentration of calcium carbonate. This is Kc for this reaction. But active mass of this is taken to be unity. Active mass of this is taken to be unity. If we take it to be unity, we need not to write over here. We need not to write it over here. Kc will be equal to only concentration of carbon dioxide. Now what will be Kp equal to for this reaction? There is a relation. Kc is equal to Kp into RT raised to power del Ng. Now determine del Ng. Del Ng is equal to number of moles of gaseous products minus number of moles of gaseous reactants. Now is this gaseous? No. Is this gaseous? No. Is this gaseous? Yes. Therefore this is product. Gaseous product is 1. Gaseous reactant is 0. 1 minus 0, that is 1. Therefore substitute in this equation, we get Kc is equal to Kp into RT raised to power 1. That is Kc is equal to KPRT. This is solution for this equation. We can have one more type of question. What is the relationship between Kp and Kc for the following reaction? Nitrogen plus hydrogen gives ammonia. Remember, you have to balance reaction first. Now see, we can determine Kc and Kp for this reaction. This is gases, this is gas, and this is gas. Now determine del Ng. Del Ng is equal to number of moles of gaseous products minus number of moles of gaseous reactants. What is the number of moles of gaseous products? 2. And how many reactants? 3 and 1, 4. That is 2 minus 4. 2 minus 4 is equal to minus 2. Therefore, Kp is equal to Kc into RT raised to power delta Ng, that's minus 2. Or I can write it Kc upon RT square. RT raised to power 2. This is how you can determine the relation between Kp and Kc. Do lot of questions, because the question is definitely asked in your competitive exams, NEET, in your mostly in your NEET and in your JEE prelims exams. Now see, if I write the question like this, we have H2 plus I2 gives twice HI. Now this is our gases, this is our gases, and this is our gases. Given that Kp for the reaction, Kc for the given, Kc for the reaction, Kc for the reaction is 3 into 10 raised to power minus 5. What will be the value of Kc? What will be value of Kc? Now what you have to determine relationship between Kc and Kp. Kp is equal to Kc into RT raised to power delta Ng. Determine delta Ng. Delta Ng is equal to number of moles of products 2, number of moles of reactants 1 and 1, 2. So only gaseous products and gaseous reactants, that is 2 minus 2, that is 0. Therefore Kp is equal to Kc into RT raised to power 0. Therefore Kp is equal to Kc. Kc is given to we people, that is 3 into 10 raised to power minus 5. Therefore Kp and Kc are equal. You can do numericals like this. If for this reaction Kc is given, you can determine Kp. Now these were a certain type of question which can be asked from Kp and Kc. Now units of Kp and Kc. Units of Kp. Unit of Kc. Kc has the units of concentration raised to power delta Ng, and Kp has the unit is partial pressure, that's atmosphere, because unit of pressure is atmosphere raised to power delta Ng. Now concentration raised to power delta Ng means number of moles of products divided by number of moles of minus number of moles of reactants. Now there are other relations between equilibrium constants. One more relation, I'll write over here, one more relation between Kp and Kc. Let me check the length of video. Now we can do. Now the second type of relation. These are relations between equilibrium constant. If equilibrium constant for forward reaction, if equilibrium constant for forward reaction is Kc, then for the same backward reaction, it is 1 by Kc. If equilibrium constant for the forward reaction is Kc, then for the same backward reaction it's 1 by Kc. For example, we have a reaction nitrogen plus hydrogen gives ammonia. This is one reaction. For this reaction, the equilibrium constant for this reaction, not for the backward reaction, for the reverse reaction, for the same reverse reaction. Now for this reaction, let us determine equilibrium constant. Kc. Equilibrium constant Kc for this reaction will be concentration of products, that's concentration of ammonia, this is 2 times raised to power 2, divided by concentration of reactant, this concentration of nitrogen raised to power nothing, and concentration of hydrogen raised to power 3, stoichiometric coefficient. If I write this reaction like this, decomposition of ammonia gives, because it's a reversible reaction, nitrogen plus 3 times hydrogen. If I write the equation like this, ammonia gives nitrogen plus hydrogen. Now this is 2 times, we can write Kc dash for this reaction, another equilibrium constant. Let I represent it Kc dash. It will be equal to concentration of N2 into concentration of hydrogen raised to power 3 divided by concentration of ammonia raised to power 2. Now see relation between this equilibrium and this equilibrium. Since it is one reaction and this is the reverse of this reaction. When this is the case, we have a reaction and the other one is reverse of it. then equilibrium constant Kc will be equal to 1 by Kc dash. 1 by Kc dash means if I write this Kc dash as a reciprocal, I will get this 1 by Kc. Kc will be equal to 1 by Kc dash. We will check it. It will be equal to 1 by Kc dash or not. It's easy to check. Now see how can we check it. Kc will be equal to 1 by Kc dash. What is Kc dash? Kc dash is equal to concentration of nitrogen into concentration of hydrogen raised to power 3 divided by concentration of ammonia whole square. Now this will be equal to, this ammonia will go over here, concentration of ammonia, that's whole square, divided by concentration of nitrogen into concentration of hydrogen whole cube. This is this Kc, therefore this will be equal to Kc. That means if you have a reaction and in the next reaction is reverse of first reaction, that is reverse of first reaction, then two equilibrium constants are related like this. Kc is equal to 1 by Kc dash. There are two more relations. Now let us solve questions from here and we will proceed to next relationship. Now let us take a question. At 25 degrees centigrade, the value of Kc at 25 degrees centigrade, question is at 25 degrees centigrade, at 25 degrees centigrade, the value of Kc, this question I have taken from OP Tandon, the value of Kc is equal to 7 into 10 raised to power 25. 7 into 10 raised to power 25. 7 into 10 raised to power 25. For the reaction SO2 plus oxygen gives SO3 plus O2 gives SO3. For this reaction Kc is equal to this. This is twice, 2 3s are 6 and 6. For the reaction, what is the value of Kc for the reaction? What is the value of Kc? Determine Kc. Kc is given for this reaction. Determine Kc for which reaction? For reverse reaction, that is SO3 gives SO2 plus oxygen. Now this is 2 times. This is not 2 times. This is only 1 time. Twice SO, or this is 2 times. 2 2s are 4, 2s are 6. This is 2 times and oxygen. You have to determine value of Kc for this reaction. Now see, this is the forward reaction. Check minutely. This is the one reaction and this is the reverse of this reaction. When this is the case, equilibrium constant for the reverse reaction is equal to 1 divided by equilibrium constant of first reaction. Therefore, if I write Kc dash of this equilibrium constant as Kc dash, therefore Kc dash or Kc second will be equal to 1 divided by Kc. Now what is Kc? Kc is 1 divided by 7 into 10 raised to power 25. Now this will be the answer. Kc dash will be equal to 1 divided by 7 into 10 raised to power 25. Now this is how you have to solve a question. There are other relations between Kp and Kc. We will do those two relations in the next part. This was lecture 4 of chemical equilibrium. This was very important for competitive exams. This is very important. There are 3 topics important from chemical equilibrium for competitive exams. One is your Le-Chatelier principle. We have not discussed that. A question is always asked from Le-Chatelier principle. If it is not asked from there, it can be asked from here. You will be given Kp or Kc and you have to determine Kp and Kc. Either you have to determine Kp or Kc. And you will to predict the relation between different types of equilibrium constants K1, K2, K3, K4. Now this part is very important, and one more question that can be asked, that is question from characteristics of chemical equilibrium. Only these 4 topics are hot marks or the star marks for competitive exams. Now which topic? Number first topic is your Le-Chatelier principle, the most important. Number second is relation between Kp and Kc. Number third is different types of equilibriums, how they are related. And number fourth is characteristics of chemical equilibrium. But these are the only few parts which you have to prepare for your competitive exam from chemical equilibrium. Only 4 topics and lot of questions you have to solve from there. If you are not able to solve any question, you can comment to me in the comment section. I am here for you to solve that question. If you if you do like my lectures, then please press bell icon and subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching. Because if you subscribe my channel, I am getting very much motivated because of that, and when you comment I am getting motivated so that I can explore more and more important generalizations for you people, more and more competitive knowledge for competitive exams to you people. Thanks for watching.